Yo, what's going on, snipers? And yeah, this is a very interesting video. Obviously, you can't really tell what I'm talking about at all in the thumbnail or anything, or the title, which is good because I have some pretty big news, and I mean in a good sense, and I just can't even believe this. So, I'll tell you basically a little bit of how this came to be. So, anyways, I woke up this morning. I had a message in my inbox on Twitter, and well, let's just say it came from the Clapperton, aka Clappy, the community manager for EA NHL. Um, I can't even script this any better. I literally just got my email about this thing. So, anyways, let me tell you a little bit more about this. So, a year ago or so, I applied to the EA Creator Network, aka like Game Changers and stuff like that, and I heard no response whatsoever over the last year. So I was kind of like, I don't think it's gonna happen. Also, when I started YouTube and stuff like that, I was always striving to like get towards that type of thing, anyways. And like EA shared out one of my videos back in the day, like my 1999 rosters back in like NHL 19. So back then, I thought I was gonna get in and stuff like that as well, and I didn't realize how long of a work it was going to take. Eventually, we go to fast forward to today, 4.5 years later, and I get this message from Clappy. So I'm going to read exactly what the message says, just because it's nothing in like that's going to give away anything, but well, it is going to give away what it is. But I get this message from Clappy. It says, "Hello there. I was wondering if you'd be interested in joining our EA Sports NHL Design Council, aka Game Changers program. The Design Council is made up of a group of passionate players of the game who represent a certain community or area of the game. They have the opportunity to help to shape the future of the franchise with direct contact with the development team, access early builds of the game, and a look to what's being planned for the future titles ahead of time. I believe you are a valuable community member and that the game would benefit from your perspective and feedback. If you're interested and would like to participate, please sign up for the Creator Network. If you're not already, you can review the policies required to join as well as agree to an NDA to ensure we can trust one another. Once you've applied or are already a member, let me know." So yeah, I got basically asked to be a game changer, and this is a very long time coming. Like I said, when they shared my video back in the day, I thought I would have a higher chance of getting into it. I also, back when I first started like my Twitter account for Snipe and Score, I had a guy by the name of Blake reach out, and to me, he worked for EA at this point in time, and he's like, you know what, I could recommend you for the Game Changers program and stuff like that eventually, and maybe you have a chance and stuff like that. He also gave me tips and pointers to help out my channel, what I could do to improve. And so I continued to improve my content. I found something that was also very unique to me, which was my throwback rosters. Because of that, eventually guys like XTech started sharing my tweets and followed me on Twitter. And then that's how like guys like Tugi found me out. And Tugi helped EA basically find me because of that too. And here I am today because of a bunch of amazing people that helped share my stuff around. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Like, the guys that have like helped me out on Twitter, sharing my roster builds and just like my content in general. Anybody who's watched my content over the years, like it's incredible. Like, I can't even really put this thing feeling into words, because this is like almost like an ultimate goal I had in mind, is become a game changer. Obviously, a lot of game changers get kind of shat on and stuff like that, but this is something I've really wanted to do for quite some time. Because, well, let's just talk a little bit about me outside of YouTube and stuff like that. I went to school for game development because I really wanted to kind of like get into like designing games and stuff like that. Obviously, that didn't really work out well because I'm not a coder by any means. And then I went eventually to school for interactive media design. So I have like a really big interest in like online like I would say like kind of like graphical media and stuff like that. Like, I design interfaces and stuff like that too and all that. But also mixing it with my YouTube side of thing, like obviously I'm making all these videos about this game and stuff like that, but I could definitely help, like I'd say, give like a good aspect in terms of what they need to be doing for franchise mode, for even customization in a sense, like for create a team, create a player. Like, there's definitely a lot of things I could already think of, and then there's also a lot of things that you guys would have in mind too, which is also into another point. you guys could definitely be giving me all your suggestions and stuff like that you guys think that we need to be working on to make NHL the best game, because I think NHL has a good starting point. Obviously, there's a lot of flaws in the game, but if we could find a way to get this game to being to a point where it's the best NHL game since like 2004, that would be fantastic. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited for this opportunity, and like I said, I can't thank you enough to end everybody that's helped me out. Like, there's too many names to list, and just like all the people I've met in this community have been really awesome. Like, I've only met one person in person, that was Crash Andrews. And yeah, if I get the chance to meet all these other guys and whatnot that are also game changers at some point, that would be really freaking dope too. Like, I feel like it opens also an avenue of a lot of open doors for me potentially, like that I could get, like, because obviously, like, I know I'm not gonna just say that this is gonna happen for sure, but there is a chance that like going through EA and stuff like that, it helps like my resume in a sense too look better. Obviously, my resume hasn't looked that great because I haven't had a job really much over the last few years, and to actually have something like that I can put on my resume that makes me look like I've like helped out with like the future titles of NHL games, that type of thing. Like, it's such a big experience for me to have this, and like I said, I've been striving towards this since like day one. So there's a lot of insane feelings I have about this, and I cannot believe that. It's just funny because like literally as I started recording this video, you guys didn't get a notification because I'm not showing my screen. But I just got an email notification that it said that I got approved into it, which is, I can't script it any better, especially when I go to record and just getting that notification that I've been approved. It's so crazy. Like, I might not even have a message from Clappy right now as I'm recording, so no, I don't. Okay. But still, there's so much to take away from this. Like, when you're a game changer as well, usually you get your name put in the credits of the game, which is pretty dope as well. Not that I'm going to say, hey, that's the biggest point of this, but also I think the biggest point in this is that at least by me being a game changer now, I could at least help shape the future of NHL games and hopefully get them to a point where we're all enjoying them again, because I know for a fact that like NHL games over the last few years have been pretty similar for the most part. They've been making some changes, but some changes haven't been really that great. Obviously, exactly what I say to the devs doesn't matter necessarily because they have their own agenda. But if I do put into their head about specific areas of the game that need work and whatnot, I think we could definitely find a way to get the game to be into a better state. Like, for instance, like franchise-wise, there's like little tiny things that I think that they could do that would definitely benefit franchise mode, that if they add them, like, that would be a great way to segue into that. Also, things, for example, with like the creation suite, like maybe even getting them to put general like flashback type of gear and stuff like that for goaltenders, for players, making their ability for no helmet, more customization options for your like facial details. Like, it's such an exciting thing for me. Like, I can't even, like, I've been like probably reiterating the same thing over and over again. I just can't believe it. It's like been a long time coming for me. I've been doing YouTube for 6.5 years at this point, because by September 2023 it'll already be 7 years. So it took a long time to get to this point, but we are actually here finally. And from another standpoint, this will help my channel grow out a decent amount too, because obviously, like, I'll be able to do like video breakdowns of like the trailer early and stuff like that for the game and stuff like that. Like, just kind of like I'll be able to see stuff ahead of time, which obviously is great, but I absolutely have to keep my mouth shut. You guys cannot pry me to get information about the game, because I swear to God, I do not need to be sued. So, but yeah, it's just going to be really awesome to actually have like EA sponsored content in that sense. Like, I'll be able to put out a video with the trailer and like have like the EA Creator Network thing on there. It's so crazy to say, because I'm still a small channel. I'm 2,400 subscribers, which is a lot more than I ever thought I'd get. And most of the people that are in the Game Changers program, Toogie, 20,000 subscribers, Tactics, 100,000 subscribers. There's like Deke Slayer on Twitch. I don't know how much followers and stuff he's at now, but pretty much I think everybody that's in the Game Changers program is a lot bigger than I am. At least I feel like that. But it's just, like pretty much I think it's the word of mouth that basically goes a long way. When you're a small channel, if you have like people that are like helping you grow and also like showcasing your work, eventually the right people are going to see. So if you're like just starting out an NHL channel, hey, your time will come eventually if you just put in the work. I've literally recorded I think over 1500 videos at this point, or close to 1500 videos. I've uploaded at least this last year or so. I've uploaded like 7 videos a week. I think around 5+ videos a week, something like that. But I put in a lot of work into my stuff, so to finally have it pay off is just it's so great. So yeah. Anyways, enough of me rambling about that. I think because I've literally been talking probably already for 10 minutes. That's actually not as bad as I thought. To be honest, I thought I was talking for like 30 minutes at this point. But yeah, I'm just incredibly humble to get this experience and, like I said, hopefully get the next NHL game to being to a point where, well, the next few NHL games to get to a point where we're actually enjoying the game again and not bailing on it early in July, because I know from like my YouTube standpoint, usually views and stuff like that are early great in the game, but once you get to this point in time, for instance, it's the same type of thing with like all the big channels and stuff like that, where basically everybody turns to like MLB and stuff like that because NHL videos usually during the summer, that's when you'd start to get like lower and lower views. So, and also like subscribers and people watching your content. So, obviously, I will still be playing a ton of other games that are not EA related, but EA NHL obviously will still always be my primary game. But to now actually have kind of like a partnership with them, it's friggin' awesome. So, anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. So, once again, thank you so much for the hard support and all that over the years. Like, I can't even like I just can't even I can't even fathom how much this means to me. So, thank you so much for this, guys. And I will talk to you down low in the comments.